What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another trading analytics video. I'm Trade Runner, and the market had a pretty decent rally to close out the week, and there's a lot of bullish activity that kind of presented itself to close out the trading day today. But before we get into that, if you guys haven't already, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy this type of content, because it really does help the channel out. Now, the one thing that should be on everybody's radar heading into next week is Bitcoin. Bitcoin actually got a bull breakout over 65,500 earlier today. We had a nice candle close above that zone. We had a double bottom bounce from 53,000 a few weeks ago. And since then, we've just seen a nice rally here. Now, you guys saw the thumbnail, which is why you clicked on the video. There's a strong chance that Bitcoin goes to retest all-time highs. If it can break through the resistance of 71,000, which is about 5,000 away, not too crazy, not out of the one possibility with this double bottom neckline break that we see here on the daily. So Bitcoin is screaming right now, and I think a lot of investors are rotating over into that ticker, not the ticker, the asset, as Bitcoin is generally a leading indicator of where the market's going to move for a specific period of time. So I think that this is also a good sign for the impending bull rally that we'll likely see to close out 2024, which we've already been taking advantage of over in our Discord server. As you can look here, here's some of the results. We've double bagged on calls and puts, playing what the market's giving us, man. Walmart puts, doesn't matter. FedEx calls, Dollar Tree, JPM, you name it. It's all here. But, and anyway, back to Bitcoin. So taking a look here at this breakout, you can see similar names that are Bitcoin adjacent, such as MSTR. Also in a similar move, we had a nice breakout above the 176 zone on MSTR, and this likely puts us in an ability to retest the previous highs of 197. So as long as Bitcoin continues this bull rally, I think overall we're going to see any Bitcoin adjacent name, even Mara, which has been historically been beaten down more so than the rest of the Bitcoin names this year, is going to see a nice little rally point as well. Now, let's jump into some of the more traditional tickers in the overall stock market. Jumping over to Microsoft, you see here, Microsoft is in a bearish state of affairs, which kind of puts the tech sector and the Qs specifically in a bit of an uncertain situation, right? Now, while I do think that we're going to get the nice rally to close out 2024, I do think in the short term to close out September and probably the first week of October, we'll see a pretty decent sized pullback in the tech space. We'll jump over to Nvidia next, but seeing here on Microsoft, we have a massive head and shoulders pattern forming on the daily chart here. We just lost we're right at a key support, right? The 428 support is very, very important for Microsoft. We actually did close slightly below it, and if we open on Monday morning below 428 and we're unable to reclaim that before the market closes, I do think that we're going to look to retest 410 in a reasonable short period of time. And then that would also factor in as the completion of our head and shoulders pattern, which from there will consolidate and likely bounce from this 410 zone. So that's what I have in the cards for Microsoft. Let's see how well it plays out. Now, the last ticker I want to take a look at is everybody's favorite AI name, Nvidia. So you see here, we had a nice double bottom bounce on Nvidia, leading to a reclamation of the 122.50 resistance zone. However, we cleared the 122.50, rejected from 126.50, and we had some negative news today where we closed below 121. Now, me personally, I'm of the belief that because we closed below 121, I think a retest of 116 is going to happen in the next week or so. I believe if it does happen next week, it's probably going to happen by Wednesday. And then we're going to test to see if 116 is going to hold as a key level support for Nvidia to bounce heading into the first and second weeks of October. The thing you want to kind of be wary about with Nvidia, though, is that there's a lot of AI buzz again starting to trickle underneath the surface for a lot of these companies. You have, Microsoft, Google, they all have their own AI firms, and Nvidia has actually been partnering with a lot of things. Now, with tickers like SMCI taking a massive hit due to the Department of Justice investigation, I think it puts Nvidia in a little bit of a bad spot. But Nvidia is a strong enough company that I do think even if it fails that 116 test and drops back down to 111, 111 is going to catch itself as a key area of support and still validate this higher low trend that we've seen in the last few weeks. But in any case, I mean, we have an active swing in Nvidia, as I showed you earlier. We'll see how that plays out next week. We already got 30% of that in our server, and that's what we'll close out today, guys. I've been Trade Runner. This is Trading Analytics. Link to the Discord is in the description of this video, as well as in our channel bio. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.